Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are in the world. My name is Fizzer and welcome back to another video on the channel. And today, it is some brand new, huge FIFA 23 news. Now, yes, I did say FIFA 23 because we've got some confirmation that at least for this year, for an extension of one more year, that it will be named FIFA. Of course, we heard also news that FIFA and EA could be going their separate ways and that they can no longer use the name FIFA in other EA games from beyond this point. From as far as we're aware, they can continue using it for one more year, and then after that could be when they can both go their separate ways. So as it currently stands, it will be called FIFA 23 and not anything along the lines of EA Sports Football 23 or something like that. Cheapest and most reliable coins on the market. Go down to u7buy.com, link is down below in description, and make sure to use code VIZZER at checkout for 5% off. Now, by the way, I do want to say that I'm currently still in England. I've not got my camera with me and I got my blue snowball mic, so that is why the quality may be a bit lower. By the time you see this video, I'll be probably on the way to the airport to go fly back home to Poland. Of course, I am English, but my home is in Poland right now. So by the time you see this, I'll be on my way, and then tomorrow we'll be back to normal quality videos. So I do apologize about the lack of mic quality, as the room here isn't as sound padded as I have back at home. Of course, I am a FIFA fan. I may not have enjoyed it that much this year, but I am still always hoping for the next one to be the one, okay? And I may be stupid thinking that, but I think we all are a bit hopeful minded at times. The big news that you most definitely have heard is that FIFA 23 will be cross platform. Now, this is huge and it is about time, so I must say thank you to EA for doing this, but you've took your sweet ass time in the same sentence, okay? This is a fantastic feature because I feel like the market, especially on those on PC, is absolutely diabolical, and even on Xbox, the Xbox market is about 5 times the size less than the PlayStation market. And also the situations on game modes like Pro Clubs, especially the fact that there's a separate community between the PS5 Pro Clubs players and the PS4. The same thing as there's Xbox One and there's Xbox Series X or S. They are two different communities. So for game modes like Pro Clubs, it is insanely impacted, destroyed the scene this year, as EA split what is already quite a small enough community in the Pro Club scene, which is on Xbox and PlayStation, and you've split that into 4 pieces now, which makes it an absolute nightmare. There's so many positives for making it cross-play. Of course, we've all been there, that we all have a friend that plays on PS, but you have an Xbox and you just can't play with each other. In terms of the market, I imagine if it's cross-play that it'd be all one big market. However, this isn't confirmed, but the possibility is definitely there, at least from what we know now, that in terms of matching up with other people, you can play, an Xbox player can play with a PC player, and a PC player can play with a PlayStation player, and this could be huge. The only one negative is that EA typically have not been great with glitches and bugs, especially exploits, so I am a bit concerned just as of right now with EA's recent history that there could be a moment, if there is cross-platform, that it could be a situation that PC players can do some sort of no-loss glitch 10 times easier or just kick someone out of the game. I feel like with PC players up against console players, that could be a situation that they could gain a massive advantage if they are an exploiter. Of course, that is a concern in every single cross-platform game, but let's just hope that EA can do something to prevent that. But it is EA, so you know. Also, more big news about FIFA 23. We've heard before in the past that it could be free to play, following the same path of PES, or of course a bigger sample of Fortnite, which is a free to play game on all platforms, opening up their game to a much wider range of people, allowing people that may not even give FIFA a chance because they just don't play it anymore, and they could come back to it and they may enjoy it, and then they may put on some FIFA points and EA will make their money that way. As of right now, from what we heard at this current moment, it is not free to play. There's been no confirmation for that, but that doesn't mean that it will not be. It's just as of right now, with all this other news, it currently isn't said to be free to play. One more feature that I want to add in that we saw last year near the end of FIFA 21, that there was a job application on the official EA website that put down for developers, and in that job description it said FIFA Online Career Mode. Now, we knew at the time that this would be unlikely for 22, just purely based on the fact that they didn't have that much time to work on an online career mode. However, they've now got a full year, and I am fully expecting there to be an online career mode on FIFA 23. Of course, there's been no confirmation or any rejection of this ever since. It's just from the news that we saw, from the factual evidence that we saw on the official EA website, from the job description, that they had FIFA Online Career Mode in the works. So that is a thing that they have been looking at and they have been working towards. If it is this year, we're going to find out, but it is definitely more than possible. On to the last piece of information here that is based on the new technology. Of course, back in 22, for new gen, they put in the Hypermotion technology. For me, I'm not honestly the biggest fan. I find it to make the gameplay much more sluggish. However, maybe that's just me, because this year, even though I've got an Xbox Series X, I've played FIFA predominantly on old gen FIFA on a new console. Maybe I'm weird, I'm sure I am, maybe you find me weird, but I just don't enjoy playing in a new gen version of FIFA. Apparently for FIFA 23, that the technology has enhanced tenfold and that it should be a lot more detailed and a lot more animations. So if you are into the more career mode or more realistic side of FIFA, then there should be some good news for you. And last but not least, we've got the final big news, and that is EA and FIFA 23 will have the FIFA Qatar World Cup. Alongside that, also the Women's World Cup as well. The FIFA Women's World Cup is held in Australia and New Zealand, and it will be played in the summer of 2023. So that means that the Qatar World Cup in the Christmas, which will be held during the late November, late December, presumably a World Cup game mode. There will be World Cup game mode, as for this last FIFA as of right now, this will have the FIFA branding, the FIFA name, the FIFA licenses. So this could be potentially the last FIFA World Cup from an EA game, from both Women's World Cup and Men's World Cup. And there you go, lads, that is all the big news on FIFA 23 right now. There's probably a few more I can probably say, but I may save that to a later date. Tell me down below in the comments, what is your thoughts? Will you be buying FIFA 23? I'll be buying it, of course, because I'm still a FIFA fan, a FIFA person, and I'm kind of hoping for the best each year, that maybe it could be the one that could clink me on and will gather my attention. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time for another video. Stay safe.